to beat myself up. I do work hard. But what I began to notice is that I could only work hard alone. I could work hard until I needed help. And what I realized is there are some things that require team effort and support, like building a business, using your gifts and talents, parenting, getting into a relationship. There are things that require team effort and support. And the way that you know that, or the way that I know that I need help, is I'm no longer able to move forward with the desired objective. For instance, with the staffing agency, I need a sales presentation package. And I've been needing this sales presentation package for the past 6 months. I know that I need it. I've been knowing that I needed it, but I don't have it. And it's because I need help. I need someone who has a sales and marketing background to perhaps guide me and direct me in some type of direction, because I don't know anything about that. Also, I have a friend who has a business, and his business is stifled because he needs a contractor's license to really be legitimate. God has given him the ability to use his hands. He can pretty much fix anything without much effort. God has given him the ability to use his hands, but in order to be legitimate, he needs a contractor's license. And he knows that, but for the past 7 months, he still doesn't have a contractor's license. And the fact of the matter is that he needs help. And that's why he doesn't have it. He either needs guidance, he either needs a mentor. He knows what he needed, but if I have a desired objective, a dream, and I'm not moving towards that, I have gifts and talents, I have a career goal, and I'm not moving forward to this thing that I want, I need help. So, today we are going to examine the symptom of owning our needs and our wants. God said that He will supply all of your needs according to His riches and glory. But 9 times out of 10, when God supplies our needs, He uses people. And codependents, they have difficulty with acknowledging their needs and wants. We have difficulty in that area. And so, again, so that you're following the broadcast, Dr. Brian Tracy said that the only thing that he had going for himself was the ability to work hard and to continue to work hard. And what I'm saying is, I too have discovered through writing down my accomplishments the way that Napoleon Hill said to do in the Master Keys Principles to Success. I can't think of the name. I wrote down my accomplishments and I said, I can work hard too, but it appears that I can't continue to work hard when I need help. So let's examine what's going on with that. Let's see. There are 5 characteristics of an adult. One of the characteristics of an adult is aware of their needs and wants, and they are able to get that need or want met interdependently. So there are 4 categories of difficulty acknowledging and meeting our needs and wants. And I want to share those categories with you, so in case, like me, you are a hard worker too, but for some reason that book is just still not completed, that assignment for school is still not done, maybe your thesis is not written yet, and you know that you can do this, but why? And you are a hard worker, and you have the history, and you even have maybe awards and accomplishments to prove that. Maybe you might need some help. So there are 4 categories of difficulty acknowledging and meeting our wants and needs. And I'd like to share them with you in case this is going on with you, and then you can overcome it in order to complete your desired objective. So Pia says in the book, Facing Codependence, and if you have the book, it's on page 29 unless you have the newer edition. She says, we experience not being in touch with our needs and wants in one of 4 different ways according to the experiences we had in childhood. Number 1, I am needless and wantless. In other words, I have needs and wants, but I'm not even aware of them. My friend who has the contractor's business, or who has the business where he needs a contractor's license, he was like, man, Anaya, I guess I do need some help, but I wasn't even aware of the fact that I needed some help. What he needed was for his wife to hold a certain amount of money for him so that he could get the test or something. I think it's whatever he needs is $500, and he has the $500. It's just that when he gets the $500, he spends it. He doesn't allocate a certain amount of money towards getting the materials that he needs in order to finally become a contractor. So together, we discovered that what he needed was some support, he needed some encouragement, and he needed somebody who had a little bit more financial discipline. And so he called his wife and he said, I need your support. I need your help. I need for you to hold some money for me, per week. And he decided on $20 a week until 6 months from now. So, needless and wantless. I needed, like I told you, help with creating the sales presentation package for this employment agency. Didn't have a clue. I didn't know I needed help. Because of my childhood experiences, I was not really taught to become aware of the fact that stuck means you need some help. What I did about that was I just began to open my mouth and tell my friends, hey, I'm kind of stuck with this. And I was just simply amazed at what just talking to somebody about where I was stuck, what that did for me. But more than anything, the Bible says that God will supply all of my needs and my wants. So the first thing that I'm learning to do now is to ask God to help me to become aware of my needs. I have needs. I mean, I'm aware of some of them. I have shelter, I have food, I have clothing, thanks to Obamacare, I have medical insurance. Actually, I've been having it. I just have better medical insurance, And then I ask God, meet the need. Provide whoever you want to use. But I think that the first thing is we need to become aware of the fact that I'm stuck, I need some help. And I believe that one of the reasons that God does that God makes us need each other is so that we will fulfill, well, first of all, it keeps us humble. It really is a practice in humility. And it's so rewarding to give, my significant other needed me the other day, and it was a great feeling. I know a woman who cheated on her spouse, and one of the reasons she committed adultery is because she met a man who needed her, who actually allowed her to be there for him, it does wonders for intimacy. Because I think that we are created in a way that we like to feel needed. But many men fall under the next category, which is anti-dependent. And an anti-dependent person, as it relates to needs and wants, this is what the book says. It says, I am anti-dependent. I am able to acknowledge to myself that I have needs and wants, but I try to meet them all by myself. And I am unable to accept help or guidance from anyone else. I'd rather go without the thing needed or wanted than to be vulnerable and ask for help. Well, that's haughty, arrogant, and according to this book, is childish. It's childish to not ask for help. You say, well, what? Let me tell you something. There are people who love you, who would love to be a part of your life, who would love for you to say, hey, you know what, I need some company. Can we spend some time with each other? I would love that. Honey, that is a real big turn on for women. That is wonderful. So when my anti-dependent significant other, something happened the other day that caused him pain, and he called me and he said, hey, you know, I need you. This is what happened. And I said, because I've been praying to God to finally become aware of my needs and to get my own personal emotional needs met, I said, honey, when something like this happens to you, tell me how to meet this need. Do you need me to help you to replace this? Because he lost something. Do you need me, basically tell me how to meet the need. And it was wonderful, and it was an intimate moment, and it created intimacy in our connection. The next category of difficulty with acknowledging and meeting our needs and wants is I am too dependent. I know my needs and wants, but expect other people to take care of them for me, and I wait, expecting them to know to do so, and I do not take care of them myself. Where did we leave off? Oh, I am too dependent. I knew a woman who, in her 50s, she still lived with her mother, and her mother provided shelter and transportation for her. And as far as food was concerned, she was on welfare and was completely unable to provide for herself. She was not able to go out and get a job and to provide shelter and food for herself. And as a matter of fact, she expected a man to feed her and to provide for her. And she felt that that was somebody else's job because she thought that she was beautiful. So nobody in their right mind would want somebody who is not able to take care of their basic needs. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. Maybe there are men out there that want that. Okay. The last one is I get my wants and needs confused. I know what I want and I get it, but I don't know what I need. For example, I try to take care of my needs that I'm unaware of by buying everything I want. Though I may need physical nurturing, I buy some new clothes instead. Now she goes, so basically, it is mature. It is mature. It's an act of maturity to acknowledge that as an adult, as a human being, you have needs and wants. You have a need for encouragement, for hugs, for touch, for maybe guidance. But the Bible says that God meets our needs.